Let us retrace the main events in the audio frequency circuit. The microphone brings about a pulsating direct current. The transformer changes this to an alternating current. Vacuum tubes amplify this alternating current, which then goes to the modulator.
Molecules containing more than one atom can rotate and vibrate. Sometimes vibration is simple in form. We can see that each vibrational mode has a different frequency, and all of the patterns of vibration may be different. Each of the vibrations is a simple harmonic motion.
The same peaked wave triggers a pulse-forming circuit, which creates a new waveform, pulses with flat tops. Notice that throughout these changes, the exact subdivisions of our second and time have not been lost. We still have precisely the same number of positive peaks per second.
Pulsating direct current. Pulsating direct current.
If the sine wave's frequency is 1,000 cycles a second, we have actually divided 1 second into 1,000 equal parts. But in this sine wave, it's impossible to tell where each thousandth of a second begins and ends. That's why it's changed into this, a peaked wave, which can be measured from positive peak to positive peak.
The microphone brings about a pulsating direct current. Vacuum tubes amplify this alternating current, which then goes to the modulator.
The number of times a given molecule moves back and forth in 1 second is the frequency of the wave. In one complete vibration, indicated here by the bracket, sound travels a distance of 1 wavelength.
So, here we go.
I don't have the energy for you today.
All right, guys, we are back. Welcome to another episode of Ordinary Games. We are up to episode 53 now. Introductions are always in order. I'm the Dumble whose door is always open. Gandalf of the gray and the white because I'm all black. Jordan LaForge, Captain of this Enterprise, the Swag King with a crown. Shout out to Sunday Swag. The long lost homie, Zach Morris, and AC Slayer, since y'all got jokes. Sweet Chocolate Jesus, as proclaimed by Roman of the Empire himself, and the man running up the chin me because he wants all the smoke. I'm Left Eye E.G.O. This Shiro right here. still not getting over how she dissed me this week, and we're going to talk about it. You just get Shiro. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I told everyone of your betrayal. They laughed at me.
I betrayed you?
Yes, we're going to talk about it. It's my grievance.
Oh.
It's my legitimate. What are you looking at? What?
I can't look away.
Problem? From what?
Your head.
What's wrong with it?
It just... It's an interesting choice.
Be very careful with your next words.
I don't understand why we like this hat.
Why can't we? What?
Do we like this hat?
I like the hat. What's wrong?
Okay. Why do you like the hat?
It's bright and colorful.
Okay.
Why do you?
It hugs your head very tight. I feel like you're about to jump in the pool and do a freestyle 50-meter.
You got anything else you want to add while you're roasting me?
I'm not roasting you.
Are you sure?
Just no.
What?
No.
No, continue.
Your hat made me realize how incredibly small your forehead is.
Right back.
No.
No.
Everybody else can enjoy it. Just put it back on. It's all right. Maybe it'll grow on me. Remember I said you got to tilt it a little? Yeah.
That's how I had it when I first.
There you go. Now we see it. You got some head.
Are you finished?
Yeah, I'm trying to help you out.
Just getting roasted over here, guys. Anyway, I'd like to say hello to everyone else that's here. Favorite Ebony Ivory couple, Menos Ferrati. What's going on, dude? Blair to Blair, shout out to you. Welcome as well, good sir. And I got Jacob Ironside, worth remaining hold on to like marriage is hard, but we're going to talk about that as well. Jacob Ironside, welcome. Kai, my guy, what's going on, good sir? Person that actually made our animations for our intro. If you need intros, check him out. He is fantastic. Hashtag Naomi did nothing wrong. We will also talk about it. While we're at it, guys, I actually put this in the description. If you would like this also, custom Wednesday night is overbooked mug that JV actually helped set up. The link is in the description. This is a fantastic mug. It holds all my great tasting beverages. So check that out. The link is in the description. And Wednesday night's overbook will be this Wednesday at 9 p.m. Central. Anyway, but yes, I was. Are you through?
I'm good.
Roasting. Okay, I'm gonna talk about that. Giant Douglas, my guy. All right, guys. So basically, we are going to be talking about pretty much the scene that broke the internet last week. Everyone was talking about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Shira was actually out of town. She was in Philly until like Thursday, so she kind of missed out on what everyone had been talking about the past week with that. So we're going to get into it. But now that we've done all of that, we are going to get to something that's very necessary, guys, and the part where I get to shine. Here we go.
The tradition of Festivus begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now you're going to hear about it. You.
Today, everyone, we'll be reading from 2 Grievances, chapter 3, verse 1. We shall begin, as is now our custom, to light the candle that is the airing of grievances for Festivus. Yes.
Wouldn't you light this first and then show the clip?
No. It's all ceremony. You need to be involved with this, honey. Okay. The scent that it smells like disappointment infused with grievances is the fragrance, if anyone's watching. So the grievance fragrance has been lit. All right, everyone. So, like I said earlier, Shira was out of town from about Tuesday to Thursday. Okay. Mm-hmm. Landed on Thursday, around 4 or 5 o'clock?
Yeah, like 2:34.
Yeah, not too bad. So, I'm done with work relatively early. So we are just sitting on the couch doing our usual afternoon, evening musings before we watch our shows, get some dinner. So in the middle of things, Shiro says, "Hey, honey, what's been going on with everything in the news this week?" I say to myself, she's asking about what's been going on. Therefore, she wants to be plugged in. This is going to make it easier for us to talk about things on Sunday because she's locked in. And just as I'm about to say everything that's happening, and before I can go to the next thing, she just pops on the forehead and says, "Skip intro." Like I'm a YouTube ad. And I'm stuck on stupor for 10 seconds trying to process what happens. And then she looks at my forehead like I'm buffering.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've told everyone at work of this betrayal, this absolute betrayal. Everyone has laughed, saying they will try this with their spouse as well. I just want to know why you felt necessary to tell me to skip intro.
No, so I saw this like reel or whatever you call them these days, short, and it said, try doing this to your partner and just tap their forehead and say skip intro. And I thought it would be perfect for you because you like to give me a whole lot instead of just the high level summary.
First of all, I like giving you context, but I wasn't able to give that because you skipped the intro.
You didn't expect it. It was so funny. You literally didn't know what to do.
Don't encourage this. I was so upset.
He like leaned in and everything. Look at me, and I went, skip intro. Oh my gosh.
It was very unnecessary. Is what it was. Okay. I just had to process that. But then I sounded like either as I was downloading or buffering. And I didn't like that either. So I actually got back with Shiro because what happened was, and I'm actually going to let this one be yours. Okay. I will say a grievance for her. She doesn't even know it was a grievance until after it happened because Shiro was going through a very special time of the month, as all ladies do. Okay. She was mad at the flight itself.
They did not. Oh my gosh. I have a right to be upset. I paid to upgrade and I didn't even get a water at my feet. I didn't get a beverage before takeoff, and they didn't leave my snack when I fell asleep.
So because she's at snack time, she's on the warpath, right? Meanwhile, I am trying to get ready for being out of town the coming week, making sure I took care of the front yard and the backyard. And so by the time that I've taken care of all these things, it's 9 o'clock. So she says, sends me a text, you gonna talk to me? I could hear the attitude in the text message. So I don't want to talk to you when you're like this, okay?
Yeah, but then you asked me, do you want me to talk to you? I said, it'd be nice. And then you ignored me.
I just, again, the attitude was, ooh, I'm too far away right now. I feel trapped. So guys, me being the modern man, the sensitive, always thinking of others person, I bought Shiro the perfect gift. Men, if you're married to your wife and you want to get her something that shows you really care, get her this. I bought the menstruation crustacean.
So stupid. It's so dumb.
Oh, Lord.
I have an eating pad.
Oh, God. The minute I saw it, I was like, this is what I need in my life right here, okay? Get this. Save your life. Save yourselves.
You just gonna throw it at me next time or what?
Yeah, I might. You better hold that crustacean. Settle down.
Get your crusty attitude out of here.
Exactly. I am definitely bringing.
That's so ridiculous. That is what I came home to.
This was actually
Yes. Yes, Kai.
Oh, it was?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I am a Delta girl, but because of work, most occasions I have to fly American, and I was thoroughly disappointed.
I was like, I wanted no parts of that. But anyway. But yeah, guys, get these. It's at Walmart. It's well worth it.
He was so proud of bringing that to me. And I was like, what the? I already have an eating pad. Why?
I don't think they really know what this means, how profound it is.
He really does love me more when I'm asleep.
You're quiet, you're in one place, you're resting. It's obviously very comfortable, so you feel comfortable with yourself to fall asleep. Things can be done around the house. It's amazing. It's probably why, it's up there with where I love you most.
Yeah, like the time you drugged me so I would sleep.
I gave you an extra NyQuil so you would sleep. Okay.
I was out for like 14 hours.
Man, it was almost the best. Okay. The wedding day, 14 hours and up to NyQuil. Right there. It's neck and neck. But anyway, now that we've got grievance out of the way, it is time for everyone's best part of the stream. As soon as I find it, I don't want to hear anything, honey. Okay, I'm still looking for it.
It's right there.
Where?
Just
Where'd you
put
put
your
it?
eye to the screen. It's right. Go up.
Yes.
Stone Cold.
There it is.
Hero.
I almost put my eye to the screen.
Did you?
Yes. I was like,
Trying
nope.
to get you to do
I
it.
was
You,
like, I will not give
you
you the
refrained.
satisfaction. I will not. That's what we're trying to answer today, Pops. They left me.
They left me alone.
You know, be by ourselves. Yeah, but not.
Why get married?
Huh?
Why get married?
I mean, there are benefits to that too. It's just like, you know, when you're around, but you're not crowding the space that you occupy. Like when you were taking that nap over there, it was like
it was really good.
Yeah, you didn't occupy the space. So I was here, I was over there. You wake up. It's, you know, it's the kind of thing that's on there.
I just get mad when you're asleep because I'm not asleep.
Dude, I really need to get one of those streaming decks.
What is a streaming deck?
It's the one with all those buttons on there. It's like $600 though. That's all. It'll make a lot of some of this go faster. But anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. This first one is actually a user submission from JV. JV, I know you gave me 2, but I'm only gonna play the one you got because I only got 3 shots at this. For the uninitiated, I've got 3 opportunities to make Shiro laugh and spit up water. Okay, I'm on a streak. I won last time. It was great. Okay.
It's been like what, a year?
Hey, don't do this. Don't do this.
Okay.
Not right now while I'm riding high. No. Anyway, guys, I'm riding pretty high so far. So I got 3 chances to make Shiro laugh. Loser has to do a chore. All right. I had to do the dishes the last few weeks. It sucks. Okay. So I'm trying to go another week where I do not do the dishes. Okay. Yo.
Be cool.
We need to talk about that. That'd be great. We will talk. That would be awesome. Okay, guys. So this first one is user submitted by JV. I'm not going to really give you it's a picture song. So the guy saw pictures and just started singing what he saw. Okay. Here we go. All right. I'll try to I think I'll give her the first 3 minutes on this one. All right. So here we go. And playing.
I'm an E.G.O, and I'm big pimpin' in America. Big pimpin' in America, yeah, and we're looking so fine. Oh, let our powers combine. 'Cause tonight I'm gonna party like it's 1929. Num, 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 babies. How about this year for Halloween, you ruin your child's self-esteem? Oh, fame! I just want to live till tomorrow. Somebody give me an H and a few ibuprofen, please. That's what you get for pissing off the leprechaun that lives next door to you.
No? Damn. Sorry, JV. This did not work. Nah, dude, we do dark and disability humor over here. Send that shit. DM me or email me. I am sorry, JV, about that.
I'm not.
Yo, no, it's fraud too, bro. Email me the dark humor. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I need whatever I can get. Sorry, JV. That one did not work on that one. So let me see what I've got.
It's got to be, I don't know. Yeah.
Gotta be what?
It's got to be quicker.
Okay, gotta be quicker. All right, so this other one is from, bro, you're telling me, man. She's been roasting the hell out of me all week. I'm trying to get some semblance, but send me more. I got the other one that you sent me. If you can find more, send me more too. All right, so this next one is from, you watch NBA on TNT. You know, it's Chuck, Kenny, Ernie, and Shaq. And so these are the top 5 pause moments for Charles Barkley. You know what a pause moment is, right?
Like,
you say something, you're like, yeah, he just wants to get on top of it. And you're like, pause.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah.
It's juvenile, but here are the top 5 pause moments for Charles Barkley. Let's see if I can get something going here, guys. Nope, that's it. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we got. All right, top 5 pause moments. Let's go.
You got to worry about, man. Them young boys coming.
They are down 3-2, but they send the series back to Los Angeles for Game 6.
I mean, he's just banging and banging and banging. When a guy's banging you, you spin off of him. Those are the worst defenders to play against, actually, because if you can feel their body, come on.
18 points for Joker, only nugget. See that coming from that camera.
Okay, and everybody else laughed. I laughed.
Speaking of coming, I want to
You want the rest of them?
Yeah, play the rest.
myself.
Chuckster, we're live.
What are you talking? I'm kind of juggling two balls right here because on one hand, I'm
Is that
really
what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm really proud of what the Grizzlies did. I mean, that made me proud to be a basketball player. Like, hey, let's just go and compete and see what happens.
That's one of my goals.
Oh, you need to be out there.
I would love to sit on top of the monster.
Yep. There you go.
Jeff Twist.
You would enjoy it.
I want to sit on.
Okay, that one got me. I love when everybody is laughing. Right.
Oh man, I feel like she would need permission to laugh. That is fair. I gotta find more like naturally funny moments where people aren't laughing to see if I can actually get her to laugh. Okay, all right, guys, we have a treat for you guys.
Only 2. Oh,
There's a
no.
third one, guys.
Man, okay.
We are in a treat. We're about to read some. I have a collection of rejected. Sorry about this. I have a collection of rejected children's book, and this is going to be a you pick 'em. All right, we have Mom Runs Trains on the Weekend and Becky the Throat Goat. So if you want Mom Runs Trains, put a 1 in the chat. If you would like to hear about Becky the Throat Goat, put a 2 in the chat. Gonna give about 30 seconds on this one and see who wins out.
Oh my God.
I, for one, cannot wait. Oh, we've got trains. I told everyone about this on Wednesday nights over book.
Did you?
Yes, everyone was in hysterics.
These
can't
are
wait.
ridiculous.
They are. Those two are probably in. They might be. The funny thing, I mean, they say they're not for kids, but you don't really know until you read the descriptions.
All right, honey, let's just do the trains.
All right, so looks like Trains is gonna win. All right, guys. So the thing is, for this, I have not read this actually. So here we go, guys. This is called Mom Runs Trains on the Weekend with Dad's Friends for Career Day. Here we go. Page 1. It's Career Day at my school, and I get to present. I'm so proud of my mom and the weekend she spent. Learning to run trains, I think she conducts. Practice train runs in the bedroom with Chuck. And Dad and Steve. And Garbage Man Stu. Mom never stops yelling, choo, 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 choo. That's pretty aggressive, actually. Let me get this right here. Hold up. There's a dead babies one on here. Hold on. Oh, shit, that's it? Hold on. This is like 4 pages.
Fail. You got bamboozled.
Oh, okay. Mom Runs Trains did not win. Okay, guys. You know what? Tune in next time for our other ones. We've got Becky the Throat Goat as a choice, as well as Ben's Big Load. That'll be for next time.
Yeah, that one was a ripoff.
They really did. I was like 4 pages, guys. That was, damn, my man, was that Greg? Brad is tripping. Brad's flipping. Okay.
Well, looks like I won.
Shoot. Okay. Yes, I got skin on that one. So, till next time, I will be doing dishes before I head out there. Son of a bitch. Okay, guys. So, on to the main topic of discussion. The moment that kind of broke the internet. I will bring it up here. All right. So the show, Shiro and I will love watching the show Love is Blind. Basically, you put people in different pods with a little silhouette between them. You talk and choose the person that you like. And at the end of the time that you're supposed to be out of the pods, you actually propose to them. And then you've got about 3 weeks before you have to marry them, correct?
Yeah.
So I don't pay attention until people get out of the pods. For me, I just let me know when the life starts, and then we watch the train wreck. So I'm going to show you guys the moment that broke the internet, because it was this couple, Sarah and Ben, that when they got to the altar, they had to choose, hey, is love blind, or do you not want to get married? And so this is what ended up happening. We're going to play the whole thing in its entirety so y'all know this.
I love you so much. But I've always wanted a partner to be on the same wavelength. And so today I can't. I'm sorry, but I don't want that to be misunderstood. I still love you, and everything about you is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I care about you so much.
I care about you too. And I love you so much. And I know I want to stay with you and keep growing our relationship if you'll let me.
We'll see.
Yikes.
We'll talk about that. Okay. I love you.
I love you so much.
I know that the connection we have is so real, and my heart is there. But we talked about a lot of the values that I hold so close to my heart. Making this decision, my mind is telling me I can't. Rise and fall right now. I'm fine. You guys were. Oh yeah, because it's sad. Like, I was really excited about Ben, and I'm just like, he's such a great person. I'm just like, what? I just hope I made the right decision. Hi guys. Oh my goodness.
Love you.
Love you.
It was a lot, but we're rolling with it. I just want to talk to her. Yeah.
Was it like the time frame? I mean, I knew the whole time coming into this, the time frame, like, that's not, like, I feel like I know him. Like, really. Yeah. Like, I remember, like, I asked him about, like, Black Lives Matter, and I'm no expert, but, like, when I asked him about it, he was like, I guess I never really thought too much about it. That affected me, especially in our own city. Like, how could it not? How did it not make you think about something? I asked him, too, like, what his church's views are, and he said he didn't know. And so then I watched a sermon online
from his church
about, sexual identity.
Okay.
And it was traditional. I told that to Ben. And he doesn't really have much to say about it, you know?
All right. So that was pretty much the entirety of it. That was the main point that everyone was talking about and harping on. For context, so that everyone knows, they'd been talking about this since they were in the separate pods. There's nothing that she said to him that he did not already know about. Mm-hmm. But as the time went on, they made it seem as if she was okay with it. Therefore, when they got to the altar, this wasn't going to be an issue. So everything kind of blew up because they said, you made this a little bit more difficult than it needed to be. And they're saying that marriage shouldn't be this hard, which is why we wanted to know, is marriage this hard? So first things first, honey, your thoughts with what you saw. Because we actually watched this part live as it unfolded. Go ahead, honey.
Well, I knew the minute she started or he was talking that she wasn't going to marry him. You could see it all over her face.
Oh yeah, she called this the minute they were at the altar. She's like, she's going to say no.
Yeah. You can just read her body language. But my thoughts about it is I don't. So until these days, like, I don't know, maybe the past 5 to 10 years, I would say more recent than not, people have this attitude of like, we have to have the same belief system to be married and respect each other, which I don't believe was the case further back in the day. Like, you probably had someone who was conservative, who had someone who was kind of hippity dippity, you know what I mean? Like my parents, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Yes. Very different.
I think there was, or it wasn't politics and all that stuff wasn't so much a focal point, even though my parents were very different in that respect. They both had something in common. It was, we treat everybody the same. We want to be treated well, and we treat others well. So that was a commonality that I think should still be held tighter than politics or this and that, because at the end of the day, I've told you this, whether you're that side, this side, we all go into that, our belief system, with good intentions, and our intentions are typically for the good of others and ourselves. So it was just different perspectives. So it just, and then also too, like, you know, he's a Catholic. He's not
He's
just
Catholic.
a Christian. He's a Catholic, and someone who it appears to be very, I'll say devout, because he's going on his own as a male.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like, so why hold him accountable for
An entire church?
Yeah. And let his viewpoints grow and change as he grows with you, because that happens too, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he hasn't had the experiences that you may have had, and like her sister and everybody being gay.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if he would see that, right? Maybe if he would see that, then his belief system would be more staunch like hers is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's actually this weird inverted curve that's available. I gotta see if I can find it. I actually didn't think it would be that useful, but I can find it. But there's actually this growing divide now about here it is right here actually. And it's basically it's a worldwide thing that they're noticing is the switch here.
What do you mean the switch?
Like, so basically this is saying young men and women ideal, that gap, like it's actually widening across. It's outside of the UK. It's pretty much going in the opposite direction for everybody. It's not as bad in the UK, but the growing trend is still saying that men are going one way, women are going the other.
Okay.
So it's pretty much being a thing that's a worldwide ideology gap. So that's the thing that everyone else is noticing.
And I have to say, women like her have to realize, if that's the kind of man you're looking for, you're probably going to get a more feminine.
Oh yeah.
Sort of like.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't know what to call it, but a more feminine,
feminized
sort
man.
of like, you be in charge, I don't want it person.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, for me, it's more of she told you what it was up front.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing I won't hold against her. It's not as if she didn't have this change of heart, but she was always like this. The thing for context is that her sister's a lesbian, but that does not grant her permission to go full Black Lives Matter in one of the whitest states of the nation, which is hilarious. Like the show, everyone looked the same on this show. Well, doesn't she live
where George Floyd happened?
Yeah, it's Minnesota. It's still Minnesota,
yeah.
But it's like
that's
most
what she
of
said,
yeah, but most of the people don't live in Minnesota. Like my dad was out there, and he's like, "Yo, it's mostly Somalis. Everyone's a bit north of Minnesota." So
you're right. She did let it know up front, but then when he didn't really have a this way or that way, she kind of pushed, and then she let it go and let this relationship continue.
Yes,
she should have just been like, "I know it. You're not it."
Yeah. I would say, I mean, the fact that she was a nurse would have been a no-go for me personally. That's one of the what's it called? The occupations I would have avoided anyway. Yeah. But that kind of guy, I said, if you don't have any options in your own church and that's where you wind up, she was going to eat you alive regardless.
Right. Well, and that's the other thing, right? He's Catholic. I don't belong to a Catholic church, but I don't see many like singles gets-togethers for Catholic churches. You know what I mean?
Correct. That's fair.
It's a lot of older families and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's probably church is almost now at the point when you're settling your have your family and you want to either give back or raise the kids with the proper tradition. I was trying to get the gnat. Leave me alone. You're going to church then. But for most people, it's not like they have a lot of church singles groups. And for me, it's if you couldn't find a woman that was on your emotional and spiritual level at your own church, then you're in the wrong area. You might have to move. If it means that much, you're gonna have to move.
And I would say it's odd on his part that he went being so Catholic. I don't know. I guess like it goes back to that thing. You don't have to be the same religion. You just have to believe. And she was willing to try it. So
she was, and it's the irony for me is as black as she want to do Black Lives Matter. It's like she didn't choose the black guy though. I think that now had she gotten with the other black guy that was on there, that would have been interesting because he was conservative. You know what I'm talking about? The guy that didn't want the guy that signed the prenup. Yeah. There was another guy who the girl he was with wanted him to sign a prenup, and he signs it and they get to the altar and she's like, nah, I don't want to do this. So basically
because of your belief systems again.
Right.
Because I see it.
You see me? See the gnat? Yes. So yeah, anyway. So yes. That it's awful. It is awful. No, yo, you got that too. Yo, there's I love you like a brother in Christ, and then there's the righteous block. Like the Lord says, it's not your season to be dating her. God. It was the chaplain that said that.
Oh,
I was like, we were talking. I would just talk to her for 45 minutes. Why would you do this as a chaplain?
It's okay, honey. Let it go. Let it go.
It's awful. Yeah. Most majority of church singles meet only the female to show up, and then yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I was gonna do at the church I belong to. You don't. I was gonna go at one point to the singles thing because I wasn't meeting anybody. But then I never did, and then I moved to Philly.
Well, no, it's like, well, when you go there, it's like, well, usually the people that are in the singles ministry either might be divorced with children or too young. Like the age ranges can be all over the place.
Okay.
And then you got to deal with shit like, I'm just looking for my Boaz. You're like, oh my God.
Be that dumb girl who's like, who's Boaz?
Basically, the story they don't tell you about Boaz, you remember Boaz? Basically, Ruth was a woman, like her husband had died. She's like, who's gonna take care of me?
Oh yeah.
These men sat around in a circle. He put his flip flop in the ring. Said, yo, I'll take her. What they don't tell you is what happened next. Boaz has sex with her for one night and then fucking dies. The awful explanation to tell guys. Waiting for my Boaz. No, you're not. He died, and she got all his shit. Okay.
That sounds like a plan to me.
Exactly. No joke, girls. All the girls Catholic school were this. Yes. It's really weird. Just Christian dating is a weird thing. And the weird thing is Christian mingle's a thing, but not a lot of Christians are on it.
Yeah, I heard that too. I was never on there.
Right. You gotta choose height. Like, hey, what's your preferred height and weight of the person you want? I was like, but I thought what's on the inside
matters.
Right. They were like, but you need to be pleasing to the eye because it was pleasing the eye of the Lord. It's like, you know what? Shut the fuck up.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I mean, it was. Rather not talk about it, Had 4 thumbs.
4 thumbs. Wow.
Anyway, so today that was, it was a wild thing.
And that broke the internet. I know people were they getting on her? But apparently he did some shady things after too.
Shady things after is one thing, but it's the in the moment thing that everyone responded to. Everyone responded to the whole she's BLM, this and that. I said, well, in her defense, y'all don't watch the show. Like Matt Walsh, those types got on it because she's BLM, this and this. Mm-hmm. But it's like, well, she told him up front who she was.
She did.
And you should actually be saying, why is your self-esteem in the toilet bin to say that that's okay for me if someone is harping on, I need you to have those values.
That's fair.
If you stand firm and say, hey, I don't have them, I may never have them.
And he did not do that. He was just kind of like, I don't know. I don't think about it.
Right. And the thing is, you don't live in that area, you might not think about it. It's like, someone asks you what I think about apartheid in South Africa. I'm not that well versed. I'd have to read on it to have an opinion on it. It nearly has nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
For her, it's like, well, my lesbian sister was out there. Your sister's still white, so why is the Black Lives Matter and the lesbian thing kind of intertwined for you? Why do you feel the need to intertwine?
There's background to that.
I know. And that's that's the thing you'd have
Mm-hmm.
to talk about with her, but I don't think she would want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And so that's why I say I'd be more mad at Ben because she didn't lie to you. She told you where is, and his friends are great. When after it happened, he and his friends pray together. That's great. But your friends would have to say, hey, look, this is an issue, or hey, there's Sarah over there. Remember Sarah? She was also in your prayer group. She was in the singles ministry with you. I think you guys would get along because guys were simple. We're like, I like her. And if she says, I like him too, you're like, that's my girl. This here. I married her. I put rock on finger. She's mine. No takes back thief. We're that simple. So, and it actually doesn't look like, let me see if I can find other ones. Oh, so this is another one that blew up. And I'm going to pause this because, whatchamacallit. So another one with marriage that blew up is on here. So, so this is what, among the wildfires, she's pretty cool. Deaf libertarian. She says, our spouse is justified in leaving their marriage if their significant others gain a lot of weight. That is in response to this video right here.
Okay.
Turn the music off so we don't get a copyright for it. So she's telling about the failing of a marriage that she's having on there. And right. So she ends with how it started when they grew up together. So basically they were saying, was he justified in leaving her based on what you had seen?
Her hair changes quite a bit as well.
That was what people were picking up on. The hair got shorter and shorter, and then the half sleeve showed up seemingly out of nowhere. And I was just wondering, like, why would you bring her on a cruise if you know you're not going to be together? I wouldn't do that. But what were your thoughts on it? So, like, were they saying, is it a leavable offense if that happens?
It could be. I mean, it depends on the person. Are they doing things to get healthy, try to be healthy? Like, I use myself as an example. I was never small when we met, but it was in shape. And now through all the things we've been through, like I put on weight, but I still am trying, kind of doing everything I can to continue to try to be healthy and, rectify. So I say that, like, that last picture, she seemed very feminine and not just small, but very feminine. And then as you look at her go through the years, she seems a lot less feminine and maybe a little bit more radical in even with the hairstyle, you know what I mean? So if that wasn't his cup of tea and they weren't seeing eye to eye, did you get it?
Did not.
I highly doubt it was the weight. You know what I mean?
But more of the attitude that comes along with it. It was the weight and the hair
with that. We don't know what her mental state was. If she was always depressed or,
chemical imbalance.
Yeah, you just don't know what was going on there. It's more than the weight. And when somebody starts really affecting you emotionally, you start looking at the physical, and the physical starts to kind of repulse you sometimes. I went through that with my ex-husband, like whatever I wasn't in a good place, but like there was a point in our marriage where I would look at him or he would do something and I would be physically
gross.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will say I have always loved Shiro's shape. And the thing is, I've gained weight too. Like I was 175 when we met. I'm currently at 205. That's down from 210. So I'm like, you know what? She feeds me and it's great. I should start feeding myself a little less and start working out. The other thing is just, the first year was the hardest when we moved, got a new job, and got married. So there's new surroundings. I had weight room buddies when I was in Philly. In San Antonio, don't really have them. So you have to find exercises that you can do on your own that are going to be beneficial for you. So that was the other thing. The other thing is just eating your feelings, because our relationship got reversed. In Philly, all of my friends were there. She didn't really have any. We come here, all of her friends are here. and I got stuntman in Houston. And that's really it. So I knew I gained weight, but I said, you know what? If I want to be healthier, I got to get back in the gym for myself. The looks that come along, the physical benefits that come along with it are going to be their own things. But life is long, and the longer you go with an unhealthy weight, the more you have issues.
Yeah.
So, it's like, well, we both understand that. She was a power lifter when we met anyway. So it's like, well, hey, you're using the weight that you do have to push some heavy shit. And I was like, I like that. I was like, yeah, you lift it. Yeah. Yeah, you hit that squat. Yeah. Yeah, and I was all for it. But I mean, the thing is, I think he looked relatively the same size over that 10-year span.
He did, yes.
And
that's it. I think you hit it on the head. Like, at some point, you do have to take care of yourself so that way you can love someone else better. I know, right?
He's not allowed the funeral anyway.
He's a bitch ass.
Okay.
But yeah, I think you hit on the head. You could clearly tell she sort of something was going on. She stopped really taking care of herself in a certain manner, and that affects everything. Yeah. And I tell some of my friends, you gotta do for you.
Yes.
This one thing can't be your entire life, and I think that's why we work so well, because you definitely set the precedent even when we met. Like, I have this going on. I can't see you this night. These are the things I have going on. And it sort of forced me, where I had not done that in the past, to continue to do the things that I like to do instead of just saying,
doing whatever
let me drop that. You're available. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. So I think that's where it tends to. I mean, is marriage generally hard? You work harder, but unless it's necessarily that hard, if you agree on a lot of the same things and that's not a forced agreement, it's just, what do you think about that? Oh, I think that. And you're like, okay, me too. All right, moving on.
Yeah. And if we don't agree, it's kind of like, okay, well, we talked it out, but I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's we don't really get into things where it's that deep of an argument. I think the main thing is it's weird. It's flipped. Like, if I have an issue, I'm just telling you the issue. I don't need it solved. If she's telling me the issue, I'm listening. She's looking for me to solve it. I was like, I mean, it sounds like you kind of got what you need in telling me. I think you got it. That's the only issue where things can be a clash, because we're kind of opposites. She likes solving things. I'd rather just talk about this. It's like, I can't believe someone would say or do that. And I've given A, B, C, D, and you still say this. Why would you do that? And I get there with things, but I don't really need a solution for it, because people are jerks. It's part of life. Whereas she's like, I need a solution for this. And I'm like, you kind of threw 4 of them at me. You should just
pick one.
So let's go. Size the prize. It's games o'clock, motherfuckers. Let's go. I love that guy. He's hilarious. But yes, so that one, so pretty much, that had broken the internet. Let me see about this. So once they propose and they go out of the pods, they kind of go like on a mini honeymoon anyway. Like, they're in a hotel room for what, a week?
Yeah, they go to didn't they go to Honduras?
Either Honduras or Puerto Rico or someplace.
Beachy.
Yeah, they go somewhere beachy for a week, and all the couples meet each other. So you're in there for a week with them anyway. This was weird because I don't think any of them really had sex that whole time.
Yeah.
Whereas normally most of the couples are having sex at that point. So she didn't really lie to him, and it's like, well, he had 3 weeks of these discussions to actually make this decision. So they still, regardless of how you feel, they still want to have you at the altar to make the final decision. It's just sometimes if it's really bad, they don't show up.
Yeah, that's happened, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Because didn't a couple not show up?
Yeah, basically conservatives jumped all over it, and people generally just did not like her vibe anyway. And there was one reason to point to, like, universe and say she sucks. Yeah, that's pretty much what had broken the internet on that one.
It's more back to the whole, like, oh, she's woke, and all the noise that comes with that.
Yeah. And it's in other things, it doesn't make it seem that dating has been any easier either. I'm going to show you. Actually, whatchamacallit, so I can find this one for the dating on here. My man is struggling here on this one, because there's no damn way. All right, I'm going to show you this one. Yeah. What? So this is what happens when you are in the singles ministry, okay? Stuff like this happens. So we'll see a little bit further back. He didn't blow it. Look at this. My man is saying, please help me. I'm not where I want to be. This is the smile of a man that's given up. This man is dead. I don't know. I don't know. And the whole year, he ain't even blow this out. There's no way.
He pursed his lips.
He was crying.
He's
crying.
That's interesting. I don't think
The
I
point
would
is,
be
they
able to do that.
usually do. That's what made this season weird. Like people that were completely incompatible with each other wound up going on these vacations and wasting everybody's time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know, but I'm also, I'm a jerk, I'm not an asshole yet. So I kind of like I'm on the same wavelength with assholes. So that's what gets me in trouble. But anyway, yes, dating does not look like it's doing any easier because if that's on the other side, celibacy for there ain't no way. You can. That's fine if y'all want to do that. Just don't put it on the
They
internet.
might be doing other stuff. They're probably doing butt stuff, honestly. You know they don't call that.
Because of where I went to school, she's absolutely right.
Right.
They'd be like, she's a virgin. We're like, I just saw you put KY jelly in your backpack. What's that all about? He's like, well, hey, she's one virgin hole. The other one, it's up for debate. And you're like, wow.
I just don't know how you jump to that when you haven't had the sex.
It's absolutely starving. Yeah, he does. Man, yeah. Okay, he does look like, that man's crying. Hello, Darkness, my old friend, is playing in his head right now. Because there's no way. There is absolutely no way. And so that's one extreme, all right? The other extreme is about a couple that was together.
Okay.
And they got in an argument.
Oh.
And I'm going to show you what happened on this one. Actually, I'm not even going to have to play all of it. I'll play in the background. No, this lady is like almost 40 or so, right?
Okay.
So basically, what happened?
Why is there a storage unit?
So I've been locked in a storage unit for a week. They got in an argument, and she double locked the unit from the outside. And because it was a hoarder, it was a whole bunch of hoarded stuff. He couldn't find his phone for 4 days.
He got locked in there?
She locked him in there after an argument. She doubled up the lock. I don't know how she put it and got him in there. Yeah. He was in there for 4 days. Yeah. Because after an argument.
He's lucky his phone still had charge after 4 days.
Exactly. So yeah. So that's also what's in the dating streets now, because there is absolutely no way.
What is wrong with people?
Oh yeah, that's not at all. I just want to ask, actually, this is a question that I had. I just want to know how you would react in this situation, because it's one of those few pranks where neither party knows it's a prank.
Oh.
So, and this is back in the late 90s, early 2000s when they would do pranks like this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to show you the prank, all right?
Okay.
I just want to know what you would do. So she's measuring him. So she has lipstick on her hanger and does this to the side of his neck. And so this for them, they're going in for a shirt, coming back out, and they're seeing like, hey, what's this? And to make matters worse, that happens.
Someone's catching hands on sight.
I just want to, yeah.
Poor guy is like, I did not see any.
She got
praise. No.
She fights.
She about to go get her.
Honey, what would you do?
Probably just look like that lady right there.
With the cornrows?
Nobody put hands on nobody. I don't believe that.
All I'm saying is that was the initial reaction. I just want to know. Like, had you seen that?
You'd have caught hands.
Well, the thing is, I know how it would have worked. There's only one reason that it wouldn't work on me.
What?
Right side.
You're like, I didn't see it.
Well, bitch, I didn't even see the bitch to touch me. This is my right side. She might as well be a ghost.
She might as well. No, I'm just surprised. Like, nobody put hands on somebody.
Oh, British, yeah. It is the best. Public beat, yo.
Like, I don't get it. And then he'd have caught hands, and then when she did this, she'd have caught hands.
Okay, great. Yeah.
I don't understand. That's too nice.
Okay, I just wanted to feel like.
Or I could see it. I chuck my phone at you and then get her.
You chuck your phone at me first.
Yes.
So you're gonna stun me while you go after
Yeah.
her. Okay, it's a brilliant fighting strategy.
But
Actually.
technically, I should only go after you because you shouldn't allow attack.
Right. I just want to know, like.
But the minute she did this, it's on.
I had the same face. I'd have been looking like, where did this come from? How did she?
But they were all silent. I feel like you would have said something.
I'd have been mad. I'd been like,
I feel like you would have been like, who the heck are you?
I really would. I'd be like, what is happening? I wouldn't know what to do on that one.
She about it.
Yeah. Okay. So the other one I wanted to do is I would never ever try this or do this, but I'm trying to figure out if I showed you this. It's another prank where men took their life into their own hands. I think I've shown you this before. Maybe.
You did.
I did. Okay.
And they dressed like a woman. And
there's no way. Absolutely no way. No. Okay, so guys, we're going to go ahead and round this out with some rundowns on everything. This is actually just some general news that we've seen. So first up, I know we make fun of people that deserve it, but when you're actually doing great things, we got to applaud that too. This is Lizzo. This has been her. This is, I think, 3 months into like weight loss.
Good for her.
And
I
so,
still don't like the way she presents herself, but
oh yeah, it's awful. However,
like why?
So she got I think she might have a boob lift, but I'm saying at least she's just like 6 sizes down, and
she's doing well for herself.
She does not have Ozempic face. If y'all want to see what that actually looks like without the baggy clothes, again, I just looked this up for research, honey. That's what happened. Research.
Okay, I see.
So yeah, she actually lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, she looks good.
Yeah, she slimmed down. I think she's probably hit some weights on it too, but she doesn't have Ozempic face, which is everyone.
She actually looks. So it's interesting. When she was bigger, it didn't look like she had a behind, but now that she's getting smaller, it looks like she has a behind.
Yeah, I think she might have got a boob job too, because everyone was saying, her butt was like boxy, so she had to like kind of bow that out, but she had Nintendo button titties. So I think she might have gotten like a boob lift or something like that on there. A cup, B cup, man, max. Anyway, neither here.
I'm not following that, so it doesn't.
What the hell is happening?
What'd you just do, honey?
I don't like these thing pop-ups. Yeah, for the most part, yeah. So everyone was thinking.
Isn't she using something?
I don't think so because
I think she is.
She might be, but the thing is, I say it's not Ozempic because her face doesn't sag and she doesn't have the sunken eyes.
Yeah, it might be something, but it's not Ozempic.
No, it's not Ozempic.
A lot of people are going away from Ozempic because.
I think so. Plus, it was like the guys she was going for were just way out of your league.
Yeah.
It was like, he's out of my league. It's like, no, you can't just walk up to the dude for One Direction, Thor, and Captain America. And they were like, nah, this gives off band geek that wants the jock. And that don't have without a Cinderella makeover. Mm-hmm. So we got that on there. Let me see this. The other one, there's in remake news. We got this here. Discussing Film says there's going to be a Goonies sequel. So we're going to see how they're going to do this. I honestly wouldn't want to do this without Corey Haim. Like, that's going to be rough to do this without Corey Haim.
Did he die or is he?
Heroin overdose.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's been 40 years. I mean, I don't know how it's going to be. I mean, it's either going to be their kids, which means that somewhere they're going to stick Zendaya in there because they love doing that. It's either that or Pedro Pascal. They do that with sequels or remakes or anything, put them in there. But yeah, Goonies is going to be having a sequel after 40 years.
Everybody's a fan of this. I'm not.
So what?
I'm not a fan of
Goonies. Yeah. What did you like about Goonies?
I don't know. I don't even remember it.
Really?
Yeah.
It was like kids were looking after treasure, One Eye Willie's treasure. Wow.
Oh, I mean, I remember sort of, but it wasn't super impactful.
All right. I can see that. Okay. And so lastly, everybody's hype about this too. Let me find this here and bring this up. So guys, if you are a fan of the WNBA and live in the LA area, the LA Sparks are holding male practice player tryouts.
What?
In April.
What does that mean?
Basically, if you make it, you'll get to practice against them when the season starts. You're a practice squad player.
Oh, that's cool. That will make them better.
Yes. So basically, all the guys are excited, especially because they get to guard this chick right here, apparently.
She's pretty.
Caitlin Brink, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, everyone's pretty much like, everyone's saying how they're going to be practicing. The memes pretty much wrote themselves.
Yeah.
People said it's all kinds of.
Oh my gosh.
So pretty much.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's got everyone excited. So again, if you're in the LA area and.
It's not a bad idea because I
isn't.
do believe it will make them better.
It does. Yes, no thanks for that. Yeah, I actually believe it's going to make them better. It's just you actually would need it. I'm surprised you're waiting this late to do it.
What's the reason they're doing it?
Pretty much either they might not have enough players to fill out their roster to have practice players on there. Depending on the team that you're going to be guarding, you want to probably go against people that are all 6'2", 6'3", depending. And they were saying I think some D1 schools do it too. Okay. I just want to know why you waited this late to actually have them in LA of all places to do that. But hold on, JV says common for women pro teams generally experience level is high school. Ooh, wow. Yo, if that, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on it to see what they actually want doing with that. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us on another episode of Ordinary Games.
We didn't talk about your new car.
Oh, we didn't. I'm sorry, guys. Let me do this real quick. I am so sorry about that. I had it on here, but I forgot. Here we go. So we're doing Shira Let Me Buy because she actually let me buy something. So it actually worked. I'm going to bring this up when I got it here. And that's not a flattering picture, but I will post it regardless. Where are you? All right. So I have been test driving a lot of cars lately, but Shira was actually saying I should check out the Hyundai Santa Fe. And so I didn't know how I was going to feel about it. And I apologize. This picture is extra small on here. But this car has been awesome. I've had it for about a week. It's the Santa Fe Calligraphy. And the issues that I've had just in general with my eyes and my ears are I don't really see so well in blind spots on the right side, obviously. But I still want a car that's going to have some frills. I know people say, we're no frills over here. Give me the frills. I want all of them.
He wants all of them.
I want all of them, guys. So when I actually took a look at this, it actually had a heads-up display, which basically told me about if I was staying in the lane properly. And if you actually type in your address or where you plan on going, it shows up on the windshield. So I can actually look ahead and know where I'm going. This thing has a fingerprint identifier to start the car. It's got side cameras when you click the turn. So if you turn left, the speedometer changes to a camera so you can see where you're going, left or right. It is pretty awesome. So I'd like to say thank you, Shiro, for allowing me to buy the Calligraphy. Now, there are certain people in this life that can't have nice things, and there are people in this life that shouldn't have all the things. I'm the latter, okay? This car is now the Chariot, and I have rules for anyone that's getting in my Chariot. So, honey, like, there's no food in the Chariot. You know what I mean? Like, we don't eat food in the Chariot.
You remind yourself of that next time you get in your car, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Because I've seen your car and the way you keep it.
That wasn't fair. That wasn't.
That's how when I gifted you a car, that's how you treated it.
That's what I said. I'm the people. I'm a person that can't have everything.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm gonna be different. You know, so I just know that's how I am with the Chariot now. So I just know that I might be out of town for a few days. So I just need to make sure if you're gonna be in the Chariot, you know, that you gas the Chariot up. It runs off.
No.
I need 89. What? I need the Chariot requires.
Is it full?
No, I mean it's got some mileage left on it, but I mean the Chariot needs like 89 or 93 unleaded on for the fuel on that. So I just just want to make sure you understand these rules as I've given them to you.
It's a Hyundai. I'm just kidding.
You know what, guys? The stream's over. I'm ready to go. I'm all about the frills. I am all about the frills. You can look at my car and say, yeah, you know what, that's E.G.O. I'm surprised that that didn't go this way for him. This is exactly on point for him. Yes, you know that I am all about the frills. Exhibitor, dude, Thank you. Yes, it's about time. It's fantastic. Never had a new car before, so this is awesome. Be here for me as I change.
I just had a thought.
What? I don't like it already.
So remember how you said you didn't originally want that car because of the commercial?
Yes, I know.
And now you have this hat.
Don't
and
do
if you
it.
get in the car,
Don't do
you
it.
will kind of make the commercial come to fruition.
So the way that they marketed this car at the beginning was to black people. All right. If you can find it. Basically, the guy is trying to choose what his shoes was gonna match with his shirt, and it's gonna match with what his golf clubs. But then he's like, nah, my statement's gonna be the Hyundai. And then they pull up and everyone's like, yo, where'd you get that? He's like, it's a Hyundai. And I was like, I'm looking at it and I'm saying, look at this Jagaboo wagon. I'm not gonna get this. I'm not doing this at all. And I got it. So now it worked. The marketing worked. And I'm mad because they did during Black History Month too. That's when I saw it. And it worked. Damn. They got me. So I just, shit. I almost passed out on that one. Thank you, JB. But yeah, that's pretty much how that happened. The viral marketing worked. Son of a bitch. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We got to do this every 2 weeks. We're actually going to be traveling out of town at some point, New Orleans. It's going to be awesome. I have agreed that we will go to
Haunted house? Oh no, what? We're going to do like a haunted tour?
Yes, we're going to do a haunted tour, and there's going to be I think it's the Museum of Death in New Orleans. So y'all just know, if she comes back and she's acting crazy, it was her, right? If there's any paranormal activities that happens, her Native American genes kicked in. And, I'll have to tell y'all about a long story we had about that discussion yesterday. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Until then, we'll check y'all later.